I have a Atlanta Braves 1995 World Series ring.
Oh, that's a pretty cool year, man.
Team of the 90s. Got there 7 times and then finally won World Series in 95.
They're like the Buffalo Bills of the 90s, man. They just couldn't pull it off.
I came to the pawn shop today to try to sell my 1995 Atlanta Braves World Series ring. I'd like to sell it because my wife and I were moving to Vietnam, hoping to get $13,000 inside.
So where'd you get it?
I got it from a buddy of mine who needed the money, and I thought it'd be a good investment.
Atlanta Braves, 1995 World Champions. Was Turner the staff member?
He was the owner.
Yeah, Ted Turner.
This belonged to Ted, and he issued it or gave it away? Could make it worth more. They had some pretty good people on the team back then, didn't they?
Dave Justice, Greg Maddux,
Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones. Greg Maddux won the Cy Young. It's a really good franchise. They just couldn't get it done all them other years.
You think they're the team of the 90s?
Sure, they were good, but no one really liked them.
The first championship rings were given to the Giants in 1922 when they beat the Yankees. The design was pretty basic and only featured 1 diamond. But by the 1970s, championship rings got flashier with lots and lots of diamonds. So it's no big surprise that these things can go for a lot of money. You know, there's a pretty big difference when it comes from staff to player rings. I mean, everybody wants a player's ring because it was by a guy who actually won the World Series. So what do you want to do with it, my man?
Yeah, I want to sell it. Yeah, I'd like to get $13,000 for it.
13,000, huh? Championship rings are one of my dad's favorite things to buy. We make really good money when we sell them to sports collectors, but every ring is different, so getting the price right can be tricky. You mind if I have a buddy come down and take a look at it?
How come? I'd like to get the money and get out of here.
You know, right now, if you have to hold me to an offer, I'm gonna offer you $4 grand because it's a staff ring. My guy might come in and tell you it's worth a little bit more.
All right, that's fair. Okay.
All right, let me give him a call, and I'll be right back.
All right.
The guys call me down to the shop whenever they have some sports memorabilia that they need some more information about.
1995 Braves championship ring.
The Braves are actually the oldest continuously playing team in American professional sports.
Oh, wow.
Over the years, though, they had a lot of ups and downs. Finally, in the early 90s, they found new life with a great lineup that propelled them into the 95 World Series. It was a great contest. One hand, you got the Indians. In the National League, you had the Braves, who by far had the best record.
Wasn't it like by 21 games or something?
Yeah, the Braves had about a 20-game lead in the National League. The Indians had maybe like 30-game lead in the American League. Braves finally won in Game 6, brought home their 3rd title, and actually gave the city of Atlanta their first major sports championship, too. I've seen World Series rings sell for tens of thousands of dollars, so I'm really excited to see what this ring might bring. What concerns did you have with the ring?
It's a staff ring.
Okay.
I know there's a huge difference in price between a staff ring and a player's ring.
Right.
I think it might be Ted Turner's ring, which is kind of crazy. I mean, what do you think it might be worth?
Let's take a look at the ring here. We have a large diamond set on top of a blue stone, and we're going to have 18 smaller diamonds surrounding it. The company Jostens, they made the rings for the 95 championship Braves. So on the inside, we should see the Jostens logo.
What do you see?
Unfortunately, this isn't even a staff ring. This is what they call a salesman sample. They're provided to the team beforehand so they can get a look at the ring, see if they like it, approve it, and they make them from there. We know this based on 2 main reasons. Number 1, the inside of the band, it does not have the Jostens logo. And also, it's issued to Turner, which is Ted Turner, the owner of the team. Ted Turner's not a guy that needs to hawk his ring or sell it to come up with a few quick bucks. So there's no doubt that this is what we would call a salesman sample.
Okay.
They still do have value. People just want to own a piece of the 95 Braves. With the original box and everything, you're looking at around $2 grand.
All right.
I was really disappointed. They bring some bozo off the street. I don't know where he came from. All of a sudden, he comes through the door, and he's Mr. Expert on baseball. So I don't know. I was really disappointed.
Well, if you heard what my guy has to say, thinks it's a salesman sample, I would offer you around $800 for it.
Oh, that's okay. And I'll just take it home.
All right, my man, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. I've learned my lesson. I'm not bringing any more rings into this shop.
Wow, this thing is nice.
This is a casting out.
This is like one of the holy grails of American coins.
I'll do 95, and that's it.
No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to take it home.